Hey guys, welcome to the Yamama commentary. The actual Yamama video with like the music and stuff is on the Yamama channel. If you're from the Yamama channel checking out my stuff, well, welcome to the commentary. This is where I talk over the footage. And I give you my thoughts, process, and other things and kind of critique myself. So, let's do this. This week we have Time Traveling Brody. It's a Back to the Future inspired piece, and this one was user suggested. Basically, one of the users said that Brody should go back in time and see the fat mamas as skinny mamas, and that was a way too genius to pass up. So I'm like, yes, that's what I'm doing. And overall, the piece came out okay. I give myself about a 6. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with me right now, and it was one of those things where it's like, okay, I have a week to make this thing, but by what I mean by a week, I mean I have to juggle between all the stuff I'm doing, and then give myself like a couple hours to work on this the day before it's due. And, overall, there's certain pieces of this that I really do enjoy. And then there's other parts where I'm like, So first off, Brody is dressed like Marty McFly. It's basically all of Marty McFly's outfit except for the shoes. I just used, actually, I don't even know if the shoes are what Brody wears. I couldn't remember what they were. I wound up drawing the shoes that I wear a lot. I have these like nice little dress shoes that just are kind of comfortable, and I wear them in general, mostly because I don't have any other pairs of shoes. In fact, this winter I've realized that all my like warm clothes is work clothes. I teach, so it's like kind of dressed up a little bit. So it's interesting. At home I'm a slob wearing pajama pants and graphic t-shirts. When I go out, buttoned up shirts and nice little slacks. Anyways, let's actually talk about the commentary, the video here. And so he also has Doc Brown's shades, which I thought was kind of cool. Mostly because Brody's hair reminds me more of Doc Brown's, kinda, than Marty McFly's. Which, by the way, I'm a really big fan. Oh, that was like Kermit the Frog there. I'm a really big fan of Back to the Future. I think it's awesome. In fact, there was a theater in Louisville that recently, well, not recently, I guess it was like 2 years ago, but they did a midnight showing of the first movie, and I got to see it in theaters, which is a really cool experience. So for the Fat Mamas, we're actually really worried about people not recognizing the Fat Mamas. Even though they're dressed like them, they have dramatically different character designs because, well, they're not comedically fat anymore. And so, which by the way, the purple shirt one, the one with the bigger nose is kind of a butterface, but damn, she was attractive when she was young. I feel like she's the more, what am I saying, like stylish of the two. Probably hasn't had her kid yet. Well, I don't know if the other mother is just kind of like, just naturally a mother, or like kind of like a hipster, just naturally dresses a couple of years, before her time, or, well, basically she dresses older than what she is. Or maybe she's already had a kid and she's already been transformed. Maybe in the Yamama universe, you're like hot lady and then you have a kid and boom, you're a stereotypical mother. That'd be interesting. So for the background, what I wound up doing here is that, it's the place where they hide a DeLorean. I realize now that I probably should have put in some kind of silhouette or DeLorean in this to make it really Back to the Future. The problem there was I was so stressed for time trying to get all these different projects up. This month alone, I've animated, well, let's see here. I did a Tumblr post, actually. I did, like, in the last 2 months, I've animated, like, 3 or 4 Yamama videos, which are 30 seconds a piece, which doesn't sound like much, and they're actually not that bad. Red Minus does a lot of work on them, too. And then, I did like 2 Five Nights at Freddy's, minute and a half, 2-minute cartoons, 3-minute long episode of Flaggin'. It's just, it's been a really busy 2 months, really the last 3 months. But yeah, so, Brody here, you might notice that the footage kind of pauses for a couple of moments. Basically that was me like, for example, I'm going to start coloring his shirt and then I'm going to put it in the plaid and then realize that I inverted it and it's actually the other way around. I took my phone and looked and Googled, Marty McFly pictures and I was like, oh, I need to fix that. All right, cool. And so here we go, doing it right. And noticing his outfit, there is a couple of different things that I did mess up with. For example, I kind of merged his outfit together. Like he's supposed to technically have 2 shirts, one being a jean jacket and the other one being the button-up plaid shirt. What I wound up doing is it's just kind of a plaid shirt with jean sleeves, which is just kind of weird. I don't know. I kind of misunderstood what the outfit is, and I do that a lot, actually. And then it wasn't until after I started, about right here when I'm looking at the phone, I'm like, oh, the jean jacket is separate. Oh, that makes more sense. let's see here. But overall, I was trying to mimic a little bit of the pose of them moving the glasses above their head, which is where this comes from. And I kind of gave Brody a bit of a bulge. I don't know. I don't know how to defend myself on that one. I'm just gonna let that one go. But yeah, so, I mentioned the shoes thing already. And, so, with the mamas, we were a little bit worried about it. So something cool about Brody is that, like, in this panel, so, like, this one, normally I kind of think of these as, these Yo Mama pieces are kind of like digital posters. I don't think they're selling them anymore. I think after the first, like, 6, they're just like, yeah, these do better as videos than actual, merchandise, which is kind of cool and interesting at the same time. And, so when I was looking at this, I was like, this looks more like one of those comic books. When like a TV series gets popular enough, they make like comic books out of it, just small little strips. And, Steven Universe has one. I think Gumball has one. I think any cartoon actually has one right now. And, they're usually like, they look like they were drawn by an Intruder, where like it's on model, but it's off model. Like it looks like the show drawn by someone else. And I think that's really, really cool and interesting. Mostly because you get to see someone else's interpretation of the same art style. And, so with this one, I was like, man, Brody kind of looks off model to me. Like I don't think anyone like casual would be like, no, that's Brody. That's definitely Brody. But like someone that like has drawn Brody a couple times would be like, that's off. There's something different about that. And I really, really enjoyed that. So much so that like after I started painting the background, I was like, it'd be a really good quick fix here. What if I add halftones to the background? And that was kind of like a way for me to do a stylized look that looks good, but also is a little quick. And, it's just one of those things where I took kind of a shortcut to finish the piece a little bit sooner, just so I can get back to working on animations. But, it was one of those things where it worked out really, really nice. I liked it. But it was really funny was I got a call from like Zach, who was rendering the video, and he's like, Steven, I think there's an error. There's some checker pattern on the background. That's not what he sounds like. That's not normally my Zach James impression. I think most of the time it's more like, hey dude. Okay, so, that's kind of more him. And, so I threw in the halftone. I liked how it came out. It's just an overlay with like, I think 25%, opacity. So it's not powering. And, I thought it made the piece just a little bit better. So like, I imagine this being kind of scaled down to a comic book panel size, less of a poster, which in its own right, is kind of cool. You know what I mean? I would have included the DeLorean. I really wish I included the DeLorean. I just didn't have time. There's so much detail work with the DeLorean. And that's the hard part right now is I'm fighting time. I have the ability to do great things, but I'm also being pushed and pulled in every direction possible. So, hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. And next week, by the way, there might be a Five Nights at Freddy Yo Mama crossover. Not my choice, but, hope to see you guys next week with an Yo Mama commentary and, more Watch Me Draws on my channel. Later, guys. Later. Bye! Bye!